Hi guys, I'm Purdy and I'm going to be taking you through your morning yoga practice. We're going to be focusing on some gentle body mobility. So to begin with, we're going to start with the legs crossed or taking a comfortable seat. And what I mean by comfortable seat is whatever is comfortable for you. So it might be your legs crossed, maybe the right foot is in front of the left, or it might be the left in front of the right, or that might not be comfortable at all, in which case try coming onto your knees, see how that feels. And if that's not comfortable, then maybe you might want to sit up against a wall so you've got a bit of support for your back. And once you've found the position that feels right for you, you're going to take your hands onto your knees, sit up nice and tall so that your spine is lengthened, crown of the head is towards the ceiling, and go ahead and close your eyes for a few moments. And just lift the shoulders, take a deep breath in, and circle them back round and down, dropping them away from your ears. And we're just going to take a couple of moments here. I'd like you to just bring your awareness to your breath and just notice the breath moving in and out through the nose. And I'd like you to start to deepen your breath now. So take a full deep breath in through your nose, and as you breathe in, perhaps noticing the chest and the belly start to expand as you breathe in. And then a slow exhale through the nose. And do that one more time. Deep breath in through the nose. And as you exhale slowly, gently open your eyes, and you're going to stay with that deep breath throughout the practice. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, you're going to drop your right ear towards your right shoulder and just pause here as you breathe. So as you're bringing the right ear to the shoulder, you're going to notice a stretch down the left side of the neck here. And just keep that left shoulder relaxed away from your ear as well. Both of your sitting bones are firmly grounded down to the floor, breathing into this left side of the neck. Good. Now take a deep breath in, come back to center. And you're going to exhale, go to the left. Exhale. Left ear to left shoulder, relaxing the right shoulder away from the ear, noticing that stretch down the side of the neck. Breathing in and breathing out. Good. And then coming back to the center. This time as you exhale, you're going to drop your chin to your chest. And we're going to take neck rotation. So bringing the right ear to the right shoulder. Keep inhaling as you drop the head back, chin towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, left ear comes towards the left shoulder and chin towards the chest. Do that twice more in your own rhythm, tuning your movement with your breath. Keeping the shoulders soft away from the ears. Noticing if you've already started to slouch into your lower back, trying to keep the body lifted. And then once your chin reaches your chest, inhale, bring the head back to center. Then we're going to go same on the other side. Inhale. Exhale, drop the chin to the chest. You're going to roll your left ear to your left shoulder. Drop the head back, chin to the sky, to the ceiling. Exhale, right ear to right shoulder. Chin to chest. Twice more in your own breath. Keeping the spine elongated. Shoulders soft, away from the ears. And this is going to start to feel really good on your neck, and it's also going to help to stretch out all of the muscles along the spine, setting you up for your day ahead. Good, and bring the chin to the chest. And on your next inhale, bring the head back to center. Well done. All right, we're moving on to the shoulders. So bring the fingertips onto your shoulders. Again, make sure you're sitting up nice and tall. We've got this tendency to slouch, so sitting up nice and tall here, fingers onto the shoulders. Take a deep breath in. You're going to draw your elbows towards one another. Lift the elbows as high as you can towards the ceiling. Part the arms, take the elbows as far back as you can, and exhale, drop the elbows back down by your ribs. Moving in that motion, inhaling up, exhaling back and down. So now we're starting to work into the muscles all around the shoulders, the muscles around the rotator cuff. The shoulders are actually one of the muscle groups that have the most mobility, yet they become really tight and stiff due to our lifestyle, the way we hold ourselves. So here it's almost like we're applying a little bit of WD-40 to the shoulder joints, and we're just breathing into that, creating a little bit of movement, a little bit of mobility, and it should feel really good. And then you're going to go in the opposite direction now. So bring the elbows down, and then as you inhale, bring the elbows back, lift the chest, elbows up. Exhale, draw the elbows towards one another, down the center line, down towards the ribs. So you're making these circles as big as you possibly can. Maybe almost like you have a piece of chalk attached to your elbows and you're trying to draw the biggest circle with the elbows. Inhaling. Exhaling. Good, and then release the hands, give the shoulders a little bit of a shake. Lovely, then we're going to extend the legs forwards. We're moving into leg mobility now. So just take the hands behind you. Notice how it feels now that you've shifted your weight into a seated position with the legs extended. Good, now we're actually going to bend the right knee towards the chest and cross that right ankle over the left thigh, dropping the right knee out towards the side. You might already start to feel this in the right hip. Hold on to the right ankle with your right hand, right toes with your left hand, and quite simply we're going to start to make circular motions with the right foot here. Now we're not just idly rotating that ankle really fast, you're moving quite slow here and also breathing as you're doing this. So part of this yoga practice is that we're moving the body, but we're also learning to breathe. So breathing in deeply through the nose. Exhale. And then go in the opposite direction, inhaling. Exhaling. Good, and these really simple movements can make a real big difference to how we hold our body throughout the day. So it's really nice to do these in the morning. And then bring that ankle a little bit higher up towards the left hip if you can. Don't worry about how high it comes up, just a little bit is fine. And then take the right hand underneath the right thigh. And as you inhale, you're going to draw that right knee up towards your right armpit. Take the hand on top of the leg now. And as you exhale, you're going to gently apply some pressure and push the knee down towards the floor. Inhale, draw the knee all the way up towards the armpit, and exhale, lowering as far down as you can. Be mindful here not to press onto the kneecap, it's just inside the thigh. So do that once or twice more in your own rhythm, inhaling on the way up, exhaling on the way down. Good. Sitting up nice and tall, shoulders relaxed. Exhale. Good. And then lift that foot off. Straighten that right leg. We're going to do the exact same on the left side. So bend your left knee, cross the left ankle over the right thigh, hold on to the left ankle with the left hand and the left toes with the right hand. Sit up nice and tall, shoulders soft. Making these circles with the foot. Breathing in. And breathing out. Inhaling. Exhaling. And in the opposite direction, exhale. Good. And then we're going to bring that left ankle a little bit closer up towards the right hip this time. Left hand underneath the left knee, lifting up through the spine, shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, bring the left knee up towards the armpit. Exhale, hand on top, gentle push down. Inhaling. Exhaling. And doing this in your own rhythm. And really don't worry about how low the knee goes down towards the floor. I've already noticed that my left knee goes down quite low, but my right one was quite high. So we do have imbalances on different sides of the body. So don't worry about that too much. You're just moving into your range of movement. And any of these movements are going to help at the joints and bring space in between the joints. Coming back to your breath. And then once you've finished with that, taking the foot off, extending the leg forwards again, and then we're finished with the legs. Okay, so we're now going to make our way onto our hands and our knees. All right, so taking the hands shoulder width apart now, and your shoulders are directly stacked over your wrists, and you're going to take your knees hip width apart and stack your hips directly over your knees. If you have any discomfort in your knees here, then by all means place a blanket or a towel or something underneath your knees just to create a little bit of cushioning. Then splay your fingers really wide, so you're not kind of like, your knuckles aren't kind of clawed, you've got lots of space in between each finger. And we're going to come into a cat-cow movement here. So as you inhale, you're going to drop the belly down, kick the tailbone up towards the ceiling, roll the chest forwards and look up. And as you exhale, you're going to bring your chin towards your chest, belly button pulls in, round the spine as if you're like an angry cat shooting its spine up towards the ceiling. Inhale, belly drops down, tailbone kicks out. Shoulders are away from the ears, looking up. Exhale, rounding the spine. You're going to do that a few more times, tuning in with your own breath. So as you come forwards, you're breathing in. The top of your breath is at the top of this movement. Exhale, rounding the spine. The breath finishes just as you come all the way to the end. One more, inhaling. And exhaling. Good, and then come into a neutral spine. And we're going to finish by coming into our downward facing dog. So stepping your hands about a foot or so forwards. You're going to shift the gaze towards your knees, or maybe towards your belly button if that's okay on your neck. You're going to tuck all of your 10 toes under. Start to hover your knees up away from the floor. And then send your hips back towards your heels as if you're about to shoot off from the running blocks, about to take a race. Shift the gaze back towards your knees, and from there you're going to begin to lengthen through the legs, straighten in the legs, and as you exhale, start to bring the heels down towards the floor. Good. And from here you can bend one knee at a time here, pedaling the ankles up and down. Your hands are about shoulder width apart, fingers are splayed. And your feet are about hip width apart, and your toes are pointing slightly in. And then you're going to find some stillness here in your downward facing dog. And your legs may not be straight, don't worry about that. If your hamstrings are super tight, then feel free to bend your knees a little bit and send your chest towards your thighs. And your heels may not touch the floor either, that's okay, but they're going in that direction. Take another breath in here. And as you exhale, you're going to lower onto your knees, send your hips back towards your heels, and then extend your arms forwards, coming into a child's pose, resting the head down towards the floor. Take a couple of breaths here, breathing in through the nose, breathing out, really lengthening through the spine. Good, and then on your next inhale, slowly walk your hands back towards the body, chin to your chest, slowly rolling up into a seated position on your knees. And that concludes the practice for this morning. Thank you very much.